Final quiz. Ram of Delhi sends out goods costing 2 lakh to Krishna of Vrindavan. Consignor's expense is 5,000. Consignee's expense in relation to sales 2,000. 4/5 of the goods was sold at 20% above cost. Profit on consignment will be. I'll give you a minute to quickly solve. You can make a consignment account. Quick T form. Cost of goods sent on consignment 2 lakh. Consignor's expense is 5,000. Consignee's expenses 2,000. Then 4/5 of the goods was sold at 20% above cost. So what is the sales value? 4/5 of the cost, that means 4/5 of 2 lakh is sold at 20% above cost. So into 120%. So what is the cost? If we take this quickly, we get 60,000, 4/5 of 2 lakh into 120%. That gives us 1,92,000 is the sales. And what we should not forget is that there is 1/5 of the goods as closing stock. And what is the value of this closing stock? Closing stock is 1/5 of 2 lakh plus 5,000. Therefore, you get 40,000 plus 1,000, 41,000 is the value of closing stock. I hope this is clear. What is this? 4/5 is sold, so 1/5 is closing stock. What is the cost of the closing stock? It is the cost of the good and the consignor's expenses. So it is 1/5 of 2 lakh plus 5,000, giving us 40,000 plus 1,000, right? 41,000. Therefore, what would be the profit? $26,000 should be the profit. Correct answer should be A, 26,000. If the consignor draws a bill on consignee and discounts it with the banker, the discounted charges will be debited in general profit and loss, consignment account, C consignee account, and D debtors account. If the consignor draws a bill on consignee, discounts it with the banker, discounting charges are normally debited to the general profit and loss account. Answer would be A. Of course, there is an alternative treatment by which it could also be debited to the consignment account. So the answer, general profit and loss. Though in all fairness, discounting charges can also be debited to the consignment account. That is another alternative treatment. So strictly speaking, both general profit and loss as well as consignment account should be correct. The general profit and loss. Next, the owner of the consignment stock is consignor, B consignee, C debtors, D none of the above. Owner of the consignment stock is consignor, A. Though physically the goods are with the consignee, the owner of the goods is the consignor. Correct answer, consignor. Next, X sends goods to Y on consignment, but 15% of the goods were lost in transit. Such loss will be borne by A. Consignee, B. Consignor, C. both A and B, D. Insurance company. Loss of goods sent will be borne by the consignor. Correct answer should be B. Correct answer should be B. J of Jaipur sends 500 radios at the rate of 200 each to D of Delhi. All the radios are sold by D at a profit of 25% on cost. D is entitled to a commission of 25 per radio sold plus 20% of the gross sale proceeds as exceeds an amount calculated at the rate of 20% on cost. Calculate commission. So what is commission? 25 per radio sold. All the radios are sold, so commission is 500 into 25 per radio, 12,500 plus 20% the gross sale proceeds as exceeds an amount calculated at the rate of 20% profit on cost. So what would be 20% of profit? D sold goods at profit of 25% and he gets commission of 20% of gross sale proceeds as exceeds the amount calculated at 20% profit on cost. So basically 25% minus 20%, that is surplus is 5%, right? 5% of the cost so he gets 20%, okay, of the gross sale proceeds as exceeds an amount calculated at 20%. Gross sale proceeds 25%, exceeds 20%. I'm talking of 5% of 500 into 200. This will give us another 1,000. So the total answer 12,500 plus 1,000, 13,500 should be our correct answer. B. Correct answer 13,500 B. Next. Goods sent on consignment account is A. Personal, B. Real, C. Nominal and D. Sales account. Goods sent on consignment account is a real account. Answer B. Goods sent on consignment, invoice value 2 lakh at cost plus 33 1/3%. 1/5 of the goods were lost in transit. Insurance claim 10,000. The amount of abnormal loss to be transferred to general profit and loss is A. 30,000, B. 20,000, C. 35,000 and D. 25,000. Cost 100, profit 33 1/3. So 133 1/3 is the invoice price. Okay. Now 1/5 of the goods were lost in transit. What is the invoice price? Invoice price is 2 lakh. Therefore, profit is, if we take profit on invoice price, we get 33 1/3 by 1, 33 1/3, or 1 by 4 of invoice price. So what is the cost of the goods? 2 lakh less 1/4 being the profit. That's 50,000. Cost is 1,50,000. This is not cost. Sorry, this is actually invoice price. So this is cost. Okay. Now 1/5 of the goods is lost in transit. So cost of goods lost in transit. Cost of goods lost in transit is 1/5 of 1,50,000. That is 30,000. Insurance claim 10,000. Therefore, 20,000 should be charged to profit and loss account. The correct option should be B, 20,000. B, 20,000. Next, the commission given to consignee for his hard work in introducing a new product in the market is called A, Del-credere, B, extra salary, C, overriding commission, and D, commission on total sales. Such commission is called overriding commission. Option C should be the correct answer, overriding commission. Next, account sale is a summary statement prepared by consignee containing details of A, sales made, B, commission receivable, C, consignee expenses, D, balance due by consignee, E, all of the above, and F, none of the above. Account sale. It's a summary statement prepared by the consignee containing details of sale made, commission receivable, consignee's expenses, balance which is due by consignee. Therefore, the correct answer is all of the above. P of Delhi sends out 100 boxes of toothpaste costing 200 each. Each box consists of 12 packets. 60 boxes were sold by consignee at 20 per packet. Amount of sale value will be A, 14,400, B, 12,000, C, 13,200, and D, 14,200. P of Delhi sends out 100 boxes of toothpaste costing 200 each. Each box consists of 12 packets. 60 boxes are sold at 20 per packet. Amount of sale value. 60 boxes. Each has 12 packets at the rate of 20. How much would this be? Boxes, 20 per packet, and 14,400 is equal to 14,400. This should be 14,400. Therefore, the correct answer 14,400. A, 14,400. Which of the following statements is wrong? A, consignor is the owner of the consignment stock. Del-credere commission is allowed by consignor to protect himself from bad debt. C, proportionate consignor's expenses added up with consignment stock. D, all proportionate consignee's expenses will be added up for valuation of consignment stock. Which of the following statements is wrong? Consignor is the owner of consignment stock is true. Del-credere commission is allowed by consignor to protect himself from bad debt is true. Proportionate consignor's expenses added up with consignment stock is also true. All proportionate consignee's expenses will be added up for valuation of consignment stock is false. Why is this false? Because not all expenses, selling expenses would not be included. All expenses till the goods reach the warehouse or godown of the consignee only would be included. So the correct answer should be option D, the statement which is wrong. Next, commission will be shared by A. Consignor and consignee, B. Only consignee, C. Only consignor, and D. Third party. Commission will be shared by B. Only consignee. Commission is received only by the consignee. Consignor pays commission to the consignee. Correct answer should be B. Next, X of Kolkata sends out certain goods to Y of Mumbai at cost plus 25%. Half of the goods received by Y is sold at 1,76,000 at 10% above the invoice price. Invoice value of goods sent out is A. 3 lakhs, B. 3,20,000, C. 1,80,000 and D. 3,40,000. Sales value is 1,76,000. Profit above invoice price is 10%. At 10% above invoice price. Profit above invoice price would therefore be how much? So what is the profit would be if invoice price is 100, profit is 10, 110 is the sales value. So what is your relation? 10 by 110 of sales value. So what is profit? Profit would be 1,76,000, okay, into 10 by 110. $16,000. So this is sales value. Therefore, the invoice price would be 1,60,000. This is because it's 10% above the invoice price. So if invoice price is 100, profit is 10, then the sales value was 110. So what is the relation between profit and the sales value? It is 10 by 110. 10 by 110 of sales value, 10 by 110 of 1,76,000 is 16,000 is the profit. So 1,60,000 must be the invoice price of the goods sold. And how much? Half of the goods received is sold. So 1,60,000 is half. Therefore, the full value would be 1,60,000 into 2 equal to 3,20,000. The correct answer should be B, 3,20,000. Should I repeat once more? Sales value is 1,76,000. This sales is at 10% above the invoice price. So we compute and find out the profit. What is the profit? Since invoice price 100, profit would be 10. The sales value would actually be 110. Therefore, 10 by 110 of 1,76,000, we get profit of 16,000. If we remove the profit element, the invoice price of the goods sold is 1,60,000. How much goods were sold? Half the goods were sold. Therefore, what was the total goods sent? 1,60,000 into 2, double of 1,60,000. Therefore, that's 3,20,000. The correct answer would be 3,20,000. B, 3,20,000. Next, X of Kolkata sends out goods costing 3 lakh to Y of Mumbai at cost plus 25%. Consignor's expense is 5,000. 1/10 of the goods were lost in transit. Insurance claim 3,000. The net loss on account of abnormal loss is A, 27,500, B, 25,500, C, 3,500, D, 27,000. Cost of goods 3 lakh. Expense 5,000. So 3 lakh 5,000 is the total cost of the goods. 1/10 is lost in transit. So therefore loss 1/10 of 3 lakh 5,000, that is equal to 30,500. Insurance claim is 3,000. Therefore, net abnormal loss would be 27,500. So, 27A option, 27,500 is the net amount which would go to general profit and loss. Mind you, the consignment account would be credited with an amount of 30,500. This is what the consignment account would be credited with. The net loss on account of abnormal loss which would be transferred to general profit and loss would be 27,500. Option A, 27,500. Next, X of Kolkata sends out certain goods at cost plus 25%, invoice value 2 lakh, 4/5 of the goods sold by the consignee at 1,76,000, commission 2% up to invoice value and 10% of any surplus above invoice value. The amount of commission will be A 4,800, B 5,200, C 3,200 and D 1,600. So certain goods are sent at cost plus 25%. Invoice value of the goods is 2 lakh. 4/5 of the goods is sold. So what is invoice price of goods sold? Invoice price of goods sold is obviously 4/5 of 2 lakh, which is equal to 1,60,000. Right? 4/5 of the goods was sold, but actual sale price actual sales is 1,76,000. So surplus is 16,000. This is surplus sale. Commission is 2% up to invoice value. So 2% of 1,60,000, 3,200 and 10% of any surplus above invoice value. So 10% of 16,000 being the surplus, 1,600. Therefore, we get a total of 4,800. The correct answer should be A, 4,800. Next, X sends out goods costing 2 lakh to Y. 3/5 of the goods were sold by consignee for 1,40,000. Commission 2% on sales plus 20% of gross sales less all commission exceeds cost price. Amount of commission will be A 5,667, B 5,800, C 6,000 and D 5,600. In such a case, we need to use X. Let total commission be X. Okay, the total commission is equal to X. So what is X equal to? X, one commission is 2% on sales. So 2% on sales, 2% of 2% of 1,40,000 is the sales. So that would give us 2,800. So this is one portion of the commission which is included in X. So commission is 2% on sales plus 20% of gross sales less all commission exceeds the cost price. So can we say that X is equal to 2,800 plus 20% of what? 20% of gross sales less all commission. What is your gross sales? It's 1,40,000 minus all commission, which is X, exceeds the cost price. What is the cost price? Cost price is 3/5 of 2 lakh. Cost price 3/5 of 2 lakh. How much is 3/5 of 2 lakh? 1,20,000. 1,20,000. So X is equal to 2,800 being 2% of the sales value plus 20% of gross sale less commission exceeds the cost price of 1,20,000. If you solve this, we would get X is equal to 2,800 plus 21 by 5 into 20,000 minus X, or X plus X by 5 is equal to 2,800 plus 4,000, or 6X by 5 is equal to 6,800, or X is equal to, solving, we would get X equal to 5,667. This is solving. X is equal to 6,800 into 5 divided by 6. Into 5 divided by 6. Correct answer should be A, 5,667. At the time of valuation of unsold stock and consignment, which of the following expenses will not be included? A. Insurance of warehouse of consignee. B. Carriage. C. Loading expenses. D. Octroi. Not be included in valuation of unsold stock. Insurance of warehouse of consignee will not be included in the valuation of unsold stock. Correct answer should be A. Which of the following statements is correct? A. Consignee will pass a journal entry in his books at the time of receiving goods from consignor. B. Consignee will not pass any journal entry in his books at the time of receiving the goods from consignor. C. Ownership of goods will be transferred to consignee at the time of receiving the goods. D. Consignee will treat consignor as creditor at the time of receiving the goods. Which of the following statements is correct? Consignee will pass a journal entry in his books at the time of receiving goods. No entry is passed, so this is wrong. Consignee will not pass any journal entry in his books at the time. Yes, that is a correct statement. So B should be correct. Thus the ownership is transferred at the time of receiving the goods. No. Consignee will treat consignor as a creditor at the time of receiving the goods. No. No entry is passed at all. So in this case, the only correct statement is B, that the consignee will not pass any journal entry in his books at the time of receiving goods from consignor.